I think there's two things that we really focus on in terms of helping our clients, given how much things are changing. The first is, how do we bring industry convergence together? If you look at the breadth of our experience across industries, one of the things we're really focused on is how do we bring points of view from industries that are either, adjacent to or being disrupted by. And so I think that's one of the ways we're really helping our clients innovate. The second is making sure that we can help clients all the way through that innovation cycle. I think the other thing that's super important for me at this point is helping advocate for what our teams need, whether that is, faster responses, whether it's internally, better interactions and platforms with our clients at times, given the virtual world that we're in, or at times actually advocating for some time away. One of the hardest things we've really been focused on is how do we help teams drive balance? How do we focus on mental health? One of the more interesting roles I took was actually being the chief of staff for one of our business leaders. And, it was an internal role at the time, which for me wasn't necessarily on the roadmap as I looked at my career. But what it did help me see was the core of how our business was run. I think it's really important for each role and each part of our team, come up with what is that priority list of things that we need to do. Prioritization becomes incredibly important. Figuring out what we're going to stop doing, in addition to what we're going to start doing, becomes incredibly important. And then I think the most important thing is making sure that we're really connecting with our teams at an individual level and with our people. There was a leader I worked with who gave me some great coaching, which was there's always some experience that you're going to draw on. Even if you're new to that direct industry or that direct function, there's going to be something that you can contribute. So really thinking through, what experience do I have? It's an incredible honor, right? To be recognized amongst such a distinguished group of women and group of leaders, and particularly in New York. I moved to New York, I guess 7, nearly 8 years ago now, and it's meaningful in the city that we're in. New York's such an amazing place with so many talented leaders and business people and so much amazing community, but particularly over the past 2 years, as we look at the resiliency that New York's shown, how much New York has gone through and coming back incredibly strong, to be recognized both within this pool of amazing leaders, but also being associated with the amazing city that we're able to call home is really special and very humbling. The journey that we're all going to go on to build our careers will have a lot of different turns, and the ones you learn the most from are not always the ones that you planned out. And so how do you take advantage of those? How do you look at every opportunity that you're given, every role that you're asked to play, and figure out what it is you take from it? You've heard me say that careers are a bit like Lego sets. 14-year-old son, spent a lot of time doing Legos over my life. And every role we have or experience we have is a different block in that Lego creation, right? And so figuring out what a role that you might not have thought you were going to take plays in that entire, building block set is an interesting journey to let yourself go on.